Why are some of these young men, probably not up to 100,000 in number, constantly defeating over 200 million people? And what would be the interest of somebody attacking a prison, correctional center in Jos? Could we say that's as a result of poverty? Or is it as a result of hunger? What do now is good enough to call up for a day or a week set aside by all Nigerians, parents, youths, everybody, to come out en mass wherever we find ourselves, in villages, in towns, senators going back home, federal house members going back home, ministers going back home. Let's go and address this issue of security and call a collective effort with traditional rulers, students, opinion molders, market people. We shall find solution to it. It looks like this battle has been left for government alone to fight, and government is not doing much again to correcting the situation.
The Nigerian Senate had yesterday, the 30th of November 2021, mandated its Committee on Interior to carry out a comprehensive investigation into the causes of jailbreaks across the country. The upper chamber also resolved to summon the Minister of Interior, Aregbesola, the Attorney General of the Federation, Summon Malami, and the Controller General of the Nigerian Correctional Service, Haliru Nababa, to determine the status of correctional centers nationwide in order to find out the cause and proper solution to prevent future occurrence. This move followed a motion raised by Senator Stephanos Gyang during the plenary on Tuesday. Gyang, while coming under Order 42 and 52 of the Senate rules to present his motion, also lamented over multiple terror attacks on two communities, Taibe, Wigwe and Derby, Sherry districts in the Basa and Jos East local government areas, leading to the death of over 10 persons over the weekend. According to the lawmaker, the attacks resulted in a security breach of the Jos Medium Security Correctional Center, as 9 inmates alongside an officer known as Umar A. Mohammed were killed and 252 inmates escaped in Plateau North.
It is very saddening to have learned of what happened in Jos at the correctional center. And this draws our attention really to the fact that the correctional centers, that is our former prison system, is the weakest link in our criminal justice system in the country. We have had challenges, of course, with the police, we have challenges with the judiciary, but the correctional centers are the ones in which this country has not made the kind of investments that are required.
President, I think we need to do more. We need to appropriate and allocate more funding to security in our country, 1. 2, we need to provide for more hands. I have times without number raised the issue of inadequate personnel. You can't reap where you can't sow where you do not reap. If you want a better security, then we have to provide for training.
Also, other lawmakers blamed the outbreak of insecurity in the country on the inadequate number of security personnel across the various agencies. They lamented that jailbreaks have become a norm in recent times and have exposed the lives of Nigerians to harm. The presiding officer, Deputy Senate President Ovi Omoagege, described the security breaches at correctional facilities as a serious issue that must be taken seriously.
The issue of insecurity in Nigeria has remained a recurring event that seemed to have no solution to it. Despite all government efforts, despite all the military efforts, on a daily basis we hear one insecurity or the other and lives being lost. The worst feeling of any citizen of a given country is to have a feeling of insecurity. Gradually, it's coming to our doorsteps, no matter how highly placed you are. Everyone seems to be living in fear in this, our great country.
hearing some of the facts being brought out. For example, from the justice system, the judges are frustrated on many fronts, either due to poor prosecution by the prosecutors, or even sabotage by people who are supposed to actually help in the administration of justice, so that those who are kept in the correctional services can be brought down. In fact, the point being made is that we have more awaiting trial citizens in our correctional centers. This is unacceptable.
The presiding officer, Deputy Senate President Ovi Omo Agege, described the security breaches at correctional facilities as a serious issue that must be taken seriously.
Call for the reinforcement of physical protection system and security mechanism at correctional centers across the nation by the Ministry of Interior to forestall further attempts at jailbreak. Those in favor of prayer 1 say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Prayer 2, that the attacks on Aregbesola and Derby communities in Plateau North and other communities across the nation requires more decisive and proactive measures by the CDS and the IGP to secure law-abiding citizens from incessant terror attacks. Those in favor of this prayer say aye.
The Senate thereafter observed a minute silence in prayers for the victims from Aregbesola and Derby communities who lost their lives during attacks on the Jos Correctional Center.